So I did a video earlier and I talked about how important your mirror is to you and how your mirror can be your window into changing who you are. Using your mirror as a reflection of who you are at the moment. When you look in the mirror, if you're not happy with what you're seeing in the mirror, make the change. Do what you need to change so that when you look in the mirror, you are proud of who you're looking at, of what you're seeing, because that's really what's most important is who are you and what makes you so important. And that's a key. That was kind of a turning point for me when I started to really look in the mirror, really focus on who I was, and was I looking back at the person I wanted to be? And when I realized that I wasn't that person, I wasn't the person that I wanted to see, that's when I started to make the change. That's when I started to implement things that made me a better person all the way around. And it is today continuing to be a work in progress. But that mirror doesn't lie. That mirror tells you exactly who you are because your facial expressions are an exact representation of how you're feeling, what you're feeling, how good you feel about yourself. And so when you walk in and you look in the mirror and you are seeing your eyes tell a huge story. So that was what I talked about earlier. What I want to talk about now, though, is body perception and what you think of yourself from a body perspective versus what social dictation is. I'm missing the words, but whatever the social norm is that they think is the norm for how you should look is not who you should be. You should be who you're comfortable being. That's what's most important. And I'll give you a really odd thing about body perception. This is a personal thing, all right? When I look in the mirror, dressed, when I look at myself on a video call, when I look at myself in a photograph, I don't see a thin person. When I get out of the shower and I look in the mirror, I see a thin person. So it's perception. It's what you're thinking as you look at that video call, as you look at that photo and you go, man, people tell me I'm thin, but I'm not. I don't see myself through these eyes. I don't see a thin person. To be candid, when I get out of the shower, I see a physically fit person who I want to be, and I'm comfortable being that person. I never fall into the mold of social convention. What does the social convention be for what I should look like? At 64, I think I look good. To be perfectly honest, I think at 64, I'm doing okay. But so many people are driven by body shaming. You know, you have to be a certain weight and you have to be a certain size and you have to wear certain size clothes and all of this that really just tears down your mental well-being. It breaks people down because they feel that they have to be something that they are just not. And it isn't that they don't want to be that. That may be their goal is to look a certain way, but they don't look that way. And because they don't look that way, that's going back to look in the mirror and not being happy with yourself. But not being happy with yourself because you don't think you look good. You're not happy with yourself because other people are telling you that you should look different from who you are. My message to you today is be who you want to be. If you are comfortable with your weight and your size and your body tone, whatever it is, your hairstyle, your nose, your lips, your teeth, whatever it is, if you are happy with who you are, if you are confident in who you are, that's all that matters. The social stereotyping means nothing. So many kids today are driven by that social stereotyping and that body shaming that you have to be, girls have to be a size 1 and guys have to be all jacked up and all of this nonsense, all this noise that gets into people's heads and is so dangerous to everyone. Especially it's dangerous to you because it prevents you from being your true self. It prevents you from being who you are. It prevents you from being happy with what you have accomplished and where you are. There are so many people that I know that were either very, very thin when they were young and now have filled out nicely, or were very overweight and have taken the steps to come down and be at what they feel is an acceptable weight. And those are the people you're so proud of, right? Because they've taken the action, not for anybody else, but for themselves, so that they felt good about them. And that's the key. If you feel good about you from a body perspective, that's all that matters. Forget about the noise. Forget about the social stereotyping. Forget about all the magazines and all the pictures you see on social media. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel about you. When you look in the mirror, if you are happy with who you are, if you are happy with what you've accomplished, both mentally and physically, that's the key. That stereotyping, that social stereotyping has to go away. You need to push that away because it will consume your mind, and you will never be happy because you are trying to live up to someone else's perception of what you should look like. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. They don't know what makes you happy. They just think that because they have some kind of influencer standing that they can tell you exactly how you're supposed to be. No, that doesn't count. Listen, 64 years, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel about you. When you wake up in the morning, before you go to bed at night, you look in that mirror and you are proud of what you've accomplished. You are proud of what you look like. You are proud of who you are. That's it. That is the goal. That is the key. That is what you should be fighting for and working for every single day. So my message today is all about body shaming. Never allow people to influence who you are, what you look like, or how you behave. You live your life the way you want to live your life. Be happy. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.